where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday night.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he returns this to the 22. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Brooks. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Ritter from the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down, because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Ritter off the play fake. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Ritter. His throw incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Ritter with it after the play fake. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Going right back to Fant. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Going play action. Ritter to the sideline and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
They'll try it now with Brooks.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Ritter back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Andre Yoshivas from 17 yards out. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd down and 10. McKee now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And McKee now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. McKee will look to throw it. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's McKee. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. McKee. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. McKee. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
McKee to throw here. And, oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Up the middle, Johnson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. 3rd and 9 here as they've got it as we resume action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Ritter. Shakes off the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Ritter to throw it. This is Fant on the short completion. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And back deep, Avery Williams. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, McKee. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McKee. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McKee. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Cincinnati set to take over once again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ritter will set up to throw it. This one complete to Yoshivas. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is one, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Operating from the gun, McKee. And this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. Ritter. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Ritter. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second down and 6 now. Ritter now. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Ritter back to throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Ritter. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we have reached halftime here, and in 11, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And McKee will look to throw it. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Brooks here. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to throw, Ritter. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Ritter with it after the play fake. This is Fant on the short completion. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
On play action, here's Ritter. That is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Able to find Higgins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Ritter from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ritter will set up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. He's into the secondary. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Ritter to throw it. Eluding the... And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Desmond Ritter punching it in from a yard away as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's 21-3. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Desmond Ritter taking it himself to finish the drive. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
McKee to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Dillon now off the option, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. 2nd down and 8. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. McKee. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield. Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Running right, here's Dillon. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Looking to throw. McKee. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jihaad from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Jihaad with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense and Desmond Ridder headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And Chase will go in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ridder, he's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ridder. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And McKee now. This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
McKee now to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw. Ritter. That's pulled in by Brooks. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Eagles down by 8, 56 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Pass complete, Goddard, and he'll be corralled right around the 34.
No timeout, you got to go quick here.
They'll look to throw. And Dotson, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.